Greetings friends, it's Zera, back with another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about the eclipsing of 2,000 subscribers on this channel over the weekend. Thank you guys so very much for just the faith, the passion you guys have towards this content. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for hitting up the comment sections, joining the Discord. I really do appreciate it. I just ask you guys to continue the momentum. Check me out on Twitter at SaltyZera. Be sure to tweet at me. That'll be the best way to get in touch with me directly. Or come swing by the stream on Twitch/SaltyZera. Check me out there every Wednesday, Thursday, and then occasionally on the weekends. For prime example, will be this Thursday at 2300. I will be starting a 24-hour stream to commemorate the launching of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, hope to see you there. The channel as a whole, though, and the direction that it's going is something that I want to just cover really quickly. Tuesdays are going to be reserved for World of Warcraft videos, whether they be classic related, TBC related, or with the announcement of Shadowlands Alpha coming out this week, be Shadowlands related. I've gotten access to every alpha since Warlords of Draenor. I'm sure that momentum will continue to carry over. Probably not the first, maybe not even the second wave of invites, but eventually I'll get an invite and I'll hop in there and I will give you guys prime content. We'll break it down, every class, every spec, every rotation, line by line, light item by light item by line item. Now, what that means for other content, obviously as a YouTuber, I have to continue to grow my channel, and in order to do that, I have to attract a broad audience. Unfortunately, I can't just do content on one topic because, number one, I need variety in my life. I love a whole variety of different games. Y'all might not even know this, but I'm a humongous Mega Man X fan. I know that some people in my stream would probably know this because they'll see my subscriber alert and realize, oh yeah, I've seen that. Zera's a big Mega Man fan. So I'm a big Mega Man X fan. I am a ginormous Final Fantasy VII fan. I also love Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy X. I'm just enamored by the Metal Gear Solid series. So there's a whole laundry list of games that I love to play. So I'm going to start doing content based around the games that I enjoy, the games that I'm currently playing. I'll do guides and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's probably even going to be, you know, Twitch sub and patron only guides that I'll be doing in the future. Not any right off the top of my head that I can think about. For example, the Classic Hunter Google Doc guide that I'm doing right now is going to take me a couple weeks to finish. And it's going to continuously evolve with Classic WoW, with phases, releases, and like newfound information, so on and so forth. And that is going to be available to everybody, free of charge. I'm not going to make you guys have to subscribe to any kind of service for that. But in the future, for other guides, I'm probably going to start doing, you know, Twitch subs or patron only guides, and those will be available for, you know, as little as, you know, $1, $2, $5 a month, whatever you guys decide is fair. Those will be available for you there. And I just want to mention my Patreon just very briefly. I haven't even mentioned it. I haven't asked for anybody to join it. Steele is my bro. He's been with me since day one on this channel, and he's the only patron that I have. And for that, I just gotta say thank you, Steele. Thank you, bro. You've been with me every step of the way. You believed in me, and you're seeing the growth, same as I am. And I know you've got my back. So the Patreon channel will continue to evolve. There will be more services available. So feel free to just kind of just keep your eye on it. And when you find a service that you appreciate, that you think you'll enjoy, go ahead and hit that up. As for the stream, I am going to say it again, twitch.tv/SaltyZera. I stream every Wednesday, Thursday, and sometime on the weekends. It's kind of up in the air on the weekends right now, just obviously because, you know, things are changing every day with, you know, the way things are in the world right now. My wife is working, you know, limited hours because, you know, she's a healthcare professional, but she's also 8 months pregnant. So there's a lot of things that are happening there. We'll be moving here in a few months, so my schedule is a little wonky on the weekends. May or may not stream, but I know for a fact that I'll be doing a 24-hour stream this week. Like I said, 2300 Thursday, Central Standard Time. Be sure to check us out there, playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, as far as the game of World of Warcraft Classic, what do I have to say about it currently? Two things that I want to get on real fast before I call this video to an end is the fact that Tier 2 has kind of an update from my perspective anyway. I've talked to a lot of people in my Discord, talked to a lot of people in the Classic Hunter Discord, and from my own experiences and from my own interactions with people that have 8 of 8 Tier 2, it seems to be pretty clear that Tier 1 versus Tier 2 isn't really an argument that needs to be had. Tier 1 is light years ahead in multi-target fights. Tier 2 is, you know, slightly ahead in single-target fights. So the question really just boils down to, do you want to have, you know, slightly better single-target DPS, or do you want to have, you know, slightly less DPS in single-target fights, but light years ahead in multi-target fights? That question is entirely up to you. Exposed weakness really should not be a make or break whether you wear T1 or T2. It really shouldn't be. Because what I've seen more often than not is for some hunters, it procs a lot, and then for some hunters, it procs, like, none at all. Like, it never procs. And then there are some hunters that are kind of, like, in the middle that are like, some weeks it procs a lot, some weeks it never procs, some weeks it procs, like, once. I've had some guys that said, hey, it procs 7 times in a single, you know, Nefarian fight. That is awesome. And then I've had some guys come back and say, well, I went through an entire BWL and Molten Core in a single night and it not proc a single time. And I'm like, well, rip. So, honestly, guys, there's no definitive answer. It looks like it's just RNG based. It really is. There's no set percentage. It is literally a shot by shot by shot by shot basis. Pure RNG. From what I can tell, there doesn't seem to be an internal cooldown. I don't have it to test it myself. I'm just taking the numbers and all the different logs that I've seen. I've probably sniffed through a half a dozen logs just in the last 24 hours just to kind of just compare and contrast differences. And there doesn't appear to be an internal cooldown. Sometimes they even reset their own proc back to back. It's really wonky. It's really weird. The only thing we do know for a fact is that the lower the weapon is, the higher proc per minute you're going to get. But to me, that is not really necessarily true, because at the end of the day, law of averages dictates that the fewer shots you get off is going to increase the proc per shot. Whereas in, you know, the fewer, you know, the more shots you get off in a minute means fewer procs per shot, which just balances out to an average of probably the same. So whether it's Azrathul, whether it's Roctalar, or, you know, Nerubian Slave Maker, or whatever the hell else you're using as a weapon, Dragon Breath Hand Cannon, for some reason I've seen hunters running around with that. But yeah, personally, I don't think there's a difference. The single target difference between T2 and T1 is about 10 DPS. Not that big a difference. The difference between, you know, T1 and T2 in multi-target fights is astronomical. It's way more than 10 DPS. So, take that for what it's worth. Personally, I'm going to stick with T1. It gives me better itemization. I like it. It looks a lot better to me than T2 on a dwarf. And also helps the fact that I don't have all of T2, so that kind of takes care of that for me. The second thing I want to talk about, aside from T2 update, is melee weaving. I failed to mention this in my melee weaving video I did last week. I'm having a blast with it. I'm absolutely enjoying the hell out of it. To me, I don't ever think I realized how much fun melee weaving could be. I kind of just like, well, okay, I'll check it out. You know, I'll get Ash Candy and Azrathul, and I'll do it. But I thought it was just going to be doing it just to do it. I didn't think I was going to be doing it because I enjoyed it. And sure enough, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But you know what? Something dawned on me. I looked, and of course, parses are kind of hit and miss. You can't really trust parses because it's completely dependent on how your guild does as a whole. Like, if your guild is going to kill a boss in, like, under 45 seconds, your parses are going to look stupid good because you're going to have, like, 800 DPS. Whereas if you're not, your guild's not clearing a boss in, you know, 45 seconds, but it's taking you, like, 3 minutes to kill a boss. Okay, now your parses aren't going to look so good, but you're doing the exact same thing, the exact same rotation. You're pushing the exact same buttons the exact same time as the other person, and yet one person is going to look better. So I personally don't care about parses. But I will say this. Looking at other top parsers, I'm noticing fewer and fewer and fewer of them are melee weaving, and more and more of them are just utilizing different trinkets and toys, goblin sapper charges, goblin mortars, things like that. Dense dynamite, thorium grenades, whatever. And you know what? I have officially decided I'm going to drop my mining profession and I'm going to pick up enchanting, and I'm just going to start farming the crap out of Dire Maul tributes. Probably going to be doing a lot of streams on that next coming weeks. I'm going to start just disenchanting the mess out of everything so I can just make more money faster. Because I'm getting sick and tired of having to like spend half of my time in Diamond Ball Tribute, half of my time mining, and I'm like, you know what? I just need to focus on Diamond Ball Tribute, farm the mess out of it, start disenchanting everything, sell it in the auction house, make a bank, and then just go buy what I need out of the auction house. So there's going to be that. I think that about sums it up for me, Classic WoW update-wise. I think that I'm super excited for Shadowlands Alpha. I looked over a lot of the stuff. It looks like Hunters. I know it's not called Black Arrow, and I know it's not called Synthesis, but 2 of the Covenant abilities for both the Druid and the Hunter look dang familiar to old school builds we got in the past. Black Arrow proccing lock and load. Well, now there's a shadow damaging ability, damage over time ability that hunters get that causes kill shot to come up off a cooldown and be used regardless of the target's health. That sounds like lock and load with explosive shot off of procs of Black Arrow. So to me, that's awesome. That's incredible. And then there's an ability that druids get where they can sync up with another class, and on cooldown usage can be utilized to give them a certain beneficial ability. Synthesis all day long. And I'm like, you know what? Those are the 2 classes that I've played throughout World of Warcraft. Dabble with the Shaman a little bit. Dabble with, you know, Guardian Druid and Prot Warrior a little bit here and there. But Resto Druid and Hunter are my bread and butter, have been for years, and oh my god, if they give us both of those back, I don't know what class I'm going to play, y'all. I don't. I know I'm running a Hunter Discord right now, but that Discord is going to evolve into something bigger, better, and not just be pigeonholed into one thing, but it's going to grow into just a community of people who love to talk about like-minded things, and I'm really excited for Shadowlands Alpha. I'm super excited. So if you're hyped too, hit me up in the comment section, tweet at me on Twitter, @SaltyZera. Hit me up in twitch.tv/SaltyZera. Hope to see you guys there in the 24-hour stream later this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Zera out.